near and far, dear to my heart. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. These messages will be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. As always, cross-watchers are welcome. If this reading resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. All your support is really appreciated. Please check out the description box below for all my services, as well as a brand spanking new Patreon I just launched. All Patreon memberships are only $4.44, and it includes all extended monthly readings for each zodiac sign, as well as astrology updates for each zodiac sign. Each month I will post a new and full moon reading, as well as pick-a-pile readings, live readings, and tarot workshops where we can learn tarot together. You can also gain full access to all recordings in the archive. Patreon members also get 25% off all my services. Whether it's a tarot reading or birth chart reading, 20% is yours. Go check it out and come join my little community I'm creating over there. Now, Taurus, let's get into your reading. Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and welcome to your August monthly general reading. In this reading, we will pull for love, career, whatever wants to come up. If you want to join me for the extended, you could find that link in the description box below. Just know this reading is general, so if you want to get a private reading, join me on Patreon. You know where to find the information. All right, Taurus, we are approaching the shift where the nodes, the lunar nodes, will be shifting. North node in Aries, South node in Libra. It's going to be a sigh of relief for Tauruses and Scorpio. There's been a ton of growth though, right? When the nodes are in your sign, it calls for expansion, right? North node is our true north. It's our guiding light. It's where our soul is pointing towards, right? Our evolution. So hats off to you, Tauruses, for stepping into the unknown willingly or unwillingly, right? The North Node has been in Taurus, South Node naturally being in Scorpio. So you've had to really push yourself and gain some awareness around what you truly value, and what can make you a bit more grounded, right? What's to say, to be fair, maybe you've had to really surrender to a situation that called for equality, right? The balance in life, to give and to receive. That's a lot around Taurus energy, right? It's all about our resources. Again, what we value, what we can give, right? Maybe even having to grapple with what it is that you can offer to the world. So October 28th will be the last eclipse in your sign. So it's going to be a good time for you to reflect on the last several years, right? The lunar nodes entered into Taurus, Scorpio back in 2021. So think back to, it was November 19th, actually, 2021. Think back to maybe that date if you can, and reflect, right? Reflect on all the change, good and bad, that's happened in your life. We have Jupiter also in Taurus. So blessings, yes. Jupiter is all about expansion, travel, right? It's the 9th house, Sagittarius energy. You might be feeling called to travel. It also just expands things, right? It illuminates things, and it gives us a sense of understanding when Jupiter is in our sign. It also gives us a little bit of a push, right? Because Jupiter is all about growth, even when it's hard. But it pushes us, it motivates us to seek our truth, right? Understand our truth. Become aware of the things that need to be illuminated. So you may be feeling that at this time, Taurus. But you do have luck on your side if you use it, right? It's all about how you use it and how you perceive life, right? It's all in our thoughts, in our heart, in our actions. So use this energy wisely. All right, Taurus, let's pull an oracle card to start off your reading here from the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Taurus. Taurus, what do we have for the Taurus collective? Guides, angels, allies, community. What's funny is this card wanted to come out, actually. I went to record earlier and I had to charge my phone, but this card came out. So this is wanting to come out for you. Community. You could be really deepening your bond around a community. Feeling like maybe over the last couple of years, you really lost your sense of what community is. Maybe you lost a lot of friends. Maybe you chose to exit some relationships. Ones that maybe felt never-ending stories on the bottom here, where you were going around in some sort of cycle, some sort of karmic cycle. And now you're really starting to understand, or you're being asked to embrace community, right? Step out into the world. Maybe this is even like a new friend group, right? But this is a very welcoming energy. Open. You might be actually relying on community for something, right? Some sort of help. Or someone within a community or people in general are relying on you. Maybe you're a leader. Maybe you're being called to lead with this card showing up. All right, let's pull from the After Tarot deck. Let's see what we have for Taurus. With that community card, though, I just keep thinking about like solid friendships, right? Ones that really motivate you. That Jupiter energy, right? Maybe there's new people coming into your life that are really helping you expand in all aspects of your life. So welcoming in new friendships at this time is going to be really important for you. Yeah, 9 of Cups. Look at that. 6 of Wands, 9 of Cups. It's all about self-fulfillment, satisfaction, wish fulfillment, indulgence, right? Getting out with friends, celebrating. But the 9 of Cups definitely comes from a very deep self, what's the word? Not selfish. It can be depending on the other cards around it, but it's like a deep knowing within yourself of what is fulfilling. That's kind of what I was reminded of in the beginning of this the last couple years for you, Taurus. Maybe this is something that you've been focusing on, self-improvement, and really understanding what it is that feeds you, that fuels you. I say feeds you because of this card this person's eating. Ace of Cups on the bottom. Look at that. Very fresh energy. I feel like this month there's been a bit of a lightheartedness, fun, pleasure with the 9 of Cups. Really seeking out life's pleasures, enjoyment. 2 of Pentacles, Tower, the World. Queen of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Yeah, I feel like the general message here that I'm sensing for you, Taurus, is that you really uncovered your truth, right? Gemini, I mean, might be dealing with a Gemini. But the Queen of Swords is all about truth, right? Really stepping into it and being able to speak it out. being fearless, right? Having the courage to speak your truth. And I feel like for a while with the High Priestess in reverse here, that you maybe were hesitant to share it with the world. You were still grappling with, who could you trust within your community even? Still figuring it out, still figuring out what it is that you really want to do, right, while you're here on this earth. Two of Pentacles, going back and forth between ideas. But I do think there's been a shift, right? The World and the Tower, there's been an epiphany moment here. Something's become very clear. You become very aware of your truth, or you're being called to here with the Tower card. And there might have been some very abrupt moments, some major light bulbs that have gone off that have been maybe a bit challenging here, but necessary. It's going to be very important for you to be living authentically, right? Especially within your social groups. Really feeling the bond there, right? You're really feeling like you belong to something. That's what's going to be really important for you, Taurus. Finding your place within the world card. It's in reverse, so I do sense that there's some sort of unfinished business, some sort of unfinished maybe dynamic. Maybe there hasn't been closure with a friend, with the Community card. And I'm feeling like you might go back and forth in your head about this. I want to clarify this World card here in reverse. Because the World card's a major cycle, right? Closing out. And as we know, as we talked about in the beginning of this reading, the lunar nodes are shifting out of your sign. So that's a major cycle, right? Year and a half it's been in your sign. So October 28th, you might actually really feel that relief, and this might become more clear. But maybe in August, it's still a bit hazy, foggy. You're still figuring out the details, still sorting things out. But the Tower is definitely bringing some awareness in, whether you like it or not. All right. But just know the Tower, it always serves our highest good, right? It puts things into perspective for us. Sometimes the hard way, right? Especially Saturn is retrograde currently at this time. Saturn serves us some really tough lessons. But again, it's for our highest and greatest good, for self-improvement, self-awareness, right? Self-fulfillment. So we can live a life of bliss, joy, harmony. Mirror. Yeah, it seems as though there's been some reflection on a relationship dynamic here. There's been some mirroring, projecting within some sort of relationship of yours, whether that's friends, family, romantic, right? You place the story as you see fit. This is a general reading. There is feelings here with the I like you card. But I do sense that you might feel as though maybe that's just all it is, right? Is this love? Is this where I reside, right? Community card. Is this someone that's going to be within my community for the long haul? There's a lot of introspection right now, especially with the Nine of Cups there. I'm gaining some clarity, some truth. But I do sense, yeah, the World card in reverse is like, I think this is still becoming aware to you. Yeah, came out again. Clarity, truth, the Sword and the Rose. It says revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power, clarity. You might have to really stand up for yourself, right? Remember the Queen of Swords there? This is all about your truth, whether other people like it or not. You're being called to step into that, Taurus. And express it, right? Let's see, what do I want to pull? Let's pull a Moonology for you. In the extended reading, we will go a bit deeper into this. We'll we'll do more of a love spread as well in the extended. So join me on Patreon for that link. Let's see. What do we have for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Okay. Ooh, interesting. You know, for you, Taurus, there's such a heavy emphasis of that north-south node. Look at this. You can't make it up. Don't let your past hold you back. South node. Right? With the north node being in Taurus, naturally, you're moving away from the south node, right? You're stepping more into your truth. Again, your life path, where you're looking to evolve, not stay stuck or stagnant. I feel like this mirror and I like you card is maybe some sort of dynamic that you've been in with someone and you're feeling as though it might be holding you back from really exploring, maybe even traveling, right? Jupiter talks about travel. Maybe you're really wanting to get out into the world, see what the world has to offer you, but you might be feeling as though your past is holding you back in some way. You're being urged to not get stuck in any sort of past relationships, but also just ways of being. I feel like you've been shedding some skin, Taurus. You might be feeling as though you're almost like a brand new person once this eclipse season is done. Being reborn again. Also with the mirror and I like you card, I'm sensing here is like self-love, right? Because again, the Nine of Cups is all about self. It's like looking in the mirror and being able to say, I like who you are. I like what I'm doing. I like what I'm putting out in the world, right? I love what I do for work. Right? Really being able to look in the mirror and admire yourself. That might have been something that you struggled with, right? Really giving yourself love. And you're starting to understand that a bit more. And yes, a lot of it has to do with who you surround yourself with. So be mindful of the company that you keep, Taurus. I hope to find you in the extended reading. If this is where we part, I wish you a happy August and I'll see you next month. Be well.